Hi everyone, I'm Graddles, and today I'm going to show you how to start a new city and make a lot of money. So, right from the beginning, we do start off with 70,000 in our bank, and we only have one road, so we're just going to lay that out and delete it. And we're going to go ahead and pick up our gravel roads. They're half the price of the 2-lane road, and we're just going to connect this like so. Then we're going to go into our 4 lanes. I'm going to go right in the middle here. And we're going to just draw a straight line to about 3,000. So once we've done that, we're going to go back into our 2 lanes. We're going to go to 1 way. And we're just going to attach our highway. And then we can delete that gravel road in the middle. And not delete that one. There we go. So now we're going to go back to our gravel roads. These could be upgraded later on, but they do help to keep costs down in the beginning of the game. We're going to come off this main road by 1.5. We're going to come up by 2. Come over by 3. 1, 2, 3. Come in. Come across. And do it one more time. And then right over here, we're going to come down by 2. Go up. And then go down. That's going to be for our services later on. So when we put in our power plant and our landfill, it could be right over there. So now off the same road right here, we're just going to come in by 1.5. You'll see the half once that line pops up. Right there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up by 2. Come over by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come down by 1. Come in. Do it again right here. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roads. We're going to come down by 1.5 again. And we're going to come across. And attach it there. So now we're just going to delete a small portion of this. We're going to go back into our 4-lane roads. We're going to bring this down till it lines up with there. And then we're going to bring it in. And then we're going to upgrade this road right here. Like so. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go back to our gravel roads. And we're just going to come to the middle of these. And cut these roads in half. And we'll even do it to there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go into our inspector. And we're going to go ahead and go to intersections. And we're going to shut off any lights that pop up. So this is our basic layout. It's good enough to start. We have 50,000 left. So now we have to go to our utilities. So for this we're going to use a coal power plant. And we're going to go ahead and pop it in right there. So next we're going to go to water. We're going to go ahead to our pumping station. And I'm going to kind of line it up right across from that 4-lane road right there. And drop it in. So the next thing we need to do is go into our sewer. And we're going to basically line it up with this road right here. And we're going to drop it in here. Now, make sure you don't put it before here, because you don't want the sewer going into your drinking water, because the water's flowing downstream this way. So we're just going to come right about here and pop it in there. So the next thing we need to do is run our pipes. So we're going to grab our pipe, and what I usually do is I go straight down from here and come right, make sure it stays straight. Right before I get to the pump, I'm going to drop it in and then attach it. So now that I've done that, I'm going to come back to the top here, and I'm just going to draw a line to 460 and notch it in. Do another one, 460, and notch it in. And then I'm just going to run these. This one I can stop here. And this one I will run all the way down to where my sewer is and attach it to the sewer. So now I can continue this down if I wanted to, but I plan on only keeping my industrial inside the square or the rectangle, so I really don't need to fill the outside of it. And this should catch our water on the edge outside, the outside edge here, but I don't plan on filling that in until later anyway. So as long as I got the insides of these rectangles filled, we're in good shape. So next I'm going to take my electric, run it from here to my sewer, from here to my fresh water, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to run it from my commercial area in here up to about here, and then I'm going to run it from my industrial area there, and then I'm going to run it from here into here. So now we are left with 13,380, and we are ready to fill in our demands. But first we want to go to our economy, go to our budget, and turn everything down to 50%, including the roads. So now we can go ahead and we could fill in green for residential, which is right here. And I'm going to use the select button because I'm going to stay off the edge here. And I'm just going to come in like that. Now, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I do want to place an elementary school right in the middle of these 8 rectangles. So I'm just going to come off of here by about 4 and leave that much space. So now I have enough room to put in a elementary school, and that will service all the residents in these rectangles right here. So now I'm going to go ahead and start the clock. So we hit our first milestone, and we have taxes, healthcare, garbage, and education. So the first thing we're going to need to do is go into our economy and go ahead and raise those taxes to 12. The next thing we're going to have to do is put in a landfill. We'll go ahead and do that right away. And we're not going to add medical or education just yet. We're just going to build it up a little bit more. Right now, the need for medical is 0. We don't have any sick citizens. We go to our education. We only got about 44 eligible for school right now. So we're just going to let this build up just a little bit more. We'll go ahead and fill in just a tiny bit more of there, and then we'll go ahead and we could pretty much fill in the top up here. And we'll just let it run. So our income is now over 1,000. And I'll probably go ahead and turn up our electric. So we're at 50. Let's go to 65. And when we get to about 30,000 in our money, we'll go ahead and put in an elementary school. Alright, so there we go. We hit over 30,000. So let's go ahead and put in our elementary school right here in the middle. We do have a bit of a blue demand, but it hasn't filled in quite yet all of this, so we'll just hold off a minute. We'll go ahead and fill out some more yellow, which is industrial. And as long as our electric is catching, we can go ahead and delete these right here. Let's go ahead and delete them. We don't want to pay any extra for maintenance that we don't have to. And let's go ahead and fill out the rest of this yellow. Actually, we're not going to fill out the rest. We're just going to go ahead and put in just another line or so. I do want to convert that to farming once we get our districts. So you may also too. So you don't really want to fill in too much of this, because with our next milestone we unlocked farming and forestry, and so you'll be able to do non-polluting industry within the next milestone. I'm just going to go ahead and put in one more row of commercial right in here, and we hit our next milestone. So in this milestone we unlocked a new area. We now have new districts and policies. We have emergency services like police and fire. And here is our forestry and farm that we unlocked. So I think I'm going to leave this episode here, and I think I'm going to make it a two-part series. And this way I can walk you through how we would put in our police and our fire. And we'll also need to put in medical and maybe convert this industry into some farm. Right now we have a bank of 47,000. We have an income of 2,000. And so I think this is a good place to leave off. So if you like my content and would like to see more, please click the like button and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.